So, I've been playing this game for I don't know how long now. Well, I mean, like, forget, like, the actual, like, amount of time, but a few months. But as far as actual parts, as far as recording-wise, but recording this, it's 11:46 p.m., so it's about to be the 16th of April, 2021, but it's still technically the 15th. But the point is that I've been playing this game for a while, and only now did I realize that it actually saves your settings. So when you open up the game, it's loud as hell with Danganronpa, but I always like change the settings before I load my file, but I figured, okay, I'm gonna load my file and then change the settings because I now know that I can use the e-handbook to change my volume settings. But when I loaded my game, it got way softer. And then I learned, oh, well, I don't actually have to do that. I can just load the game and it'll automatically take care of that, so I don't have to change, because I always change the volume every single time. Apparently, I never had to do that. I only just learned that now. That's actually kind of funny. Makes sense, though. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting trial. Kyoko is kind of the sus one right out of the gate, but I could definitely say that Mukuro could have done it. Maybe they're going to find a way to swerve this to where it was somehow Hina, Tagami, Toko, or Hiro, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like this is really a Kyoko or Mukuro case. That's why I'm predicting Kyoko did it, but I am not confident about it, and I also kind of hope that isn't the case. Alright, here we go. Memories float back. Kyoko is gone, and a mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together begin to spin and twine into one. That's a pretty simple one, honestly, and it did save... No, it did not save me equipping the skill, though. Okay, that's the one thing it didn't save. That's weird. Alright. I don't have much to say about this one. I'm concerned, and I did... This is a few hours after I recorded the last part, so I did get back to it, because, I think this is going to be a really interesting case, because obviously it's going to have a lot to do with Mukuro Ikusaba and her identity. The bomb must... I wonder if that's the same... Because the other bomb disappeared. The bomb that was inside the one Monokuma we dismantled disappeared, so I wondered if the same bomb was used to blow up, supposedly, Mukuro. So, the reason I think that is because it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So what does that mean? Like, there's a lot of weird things here. Because that makes me think that it had to be one of the, 5 of us? As in Makoto, anyone but Kyoko, essentially, that was involved with the bomb, but I don't know. That's just weird to me. Yeah, and there's so much stuff going on here. And, like, what's going on with the goddamn chickens? How in the world did the chickens happen? And we have, yeah, Byakuya, when the murder happened, and the alibis. We have a Monokuma account, which has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba. And it also says that Kyoko wears gloves to hide, her scars on her hand. And then at the very end, we got Kyoko's account. She used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras, so that's very suspicious. How the hell did she get a secret tool which lets you enter any room? I don't even know. Did she somehow get into the control room? But how did Monokuma not figure that? Like, that's just so suspicious. Like, what the hell? There's a lot of interesting things to get into, but I'm not going to have to talk. I did take a lozenge just in case, but luckily I'm not going to have to talk as much this part because it is class trial number 5. Here we go. Class trial, all rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
They're taking the piss out of it with this background, though, for the class trial this time around.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Big oof.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
All right, Monokuma.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
So many pictures.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Yep.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation. but Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah.
No, that's a ghost!
Wow.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god, Hero, you silly sauce.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
For real. Master already has to deal with Toko all the time.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Alright.
Her traits?
One important trait that Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her is her gloves.
I got it!
Yeah,
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
we literally have 10 hearts because of that one perk from Byakuya. That's insane.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Sure.
And would you happen to know the answer?
Yeah.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Nah.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Well, I mean, all you'd have to do is have Kyoko take off her gloves. There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. If I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. It's interesting because I think the one person that really doesn't think it's Makoto, I think deep down, is Tagami. I think he thinks it's Kyoko, and he might be right this time. I'm not sure. So I don't have any choice but to non-stop debate. Yep. Okay, no rock remix for this. What do we got? Yep, right away. Okay, right hand. Okay.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
What?
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Cause that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I agree. The fake nails should be the argument here, I believe.
That
Kyoko!
Impossible.
Okay,
then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yep, objection.
No, that's wrong.
I'll say it later next time, but we're good.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yeah, those nails would not have worked with gloves.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yep.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
Yep.
Don't you
Oh,
Jeez,
sorry.
man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
I mean, Hero's not wrong there, and I apologize for cutting you off, Makoto.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
That's also true.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
these gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Huh.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Seriously.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Sounds good. Let's get to actual business, Hero.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
I know, right? Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there, so obviously it's Mukuro. Let's see what we have in our bullets. Of course, we might need to absorb something. Let's see. Probably the tattoo. Probably the
If
tattoo.
Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
The Fenrir
I
tattoo.
don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Don't worry.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
We can identify the bot. It's that last statement that Hina made. Number 6.
Kyoko really.
Then who does?
There's gotta be I don't think so. And there wasn't any
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Ah!
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I think he got blocked there. I don't think that.
If Kyoko really.
Then who does?
There's gotta be I don't think so. And there wasn't any description and well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's
God
nothing else we can
damn
do,
it.
right?
Christ. Okay, well, I missed it again. Pretty sure
Kyoko
that's it,
really-
though.
Then who does?
There's gotta be I don't think so. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma. Well, if we can't identify the
Body...
No, that's wrong.
Objection! There we go. All right. Bring up the tattoo.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Yep, the Fenrir tattoo.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
I might anyway, given the possibilities of who the killer is, although I'm sure it's not Makoto, because then where's this game going?
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
What?
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Nice. Hina and Tagami are like the only ones that actually are kind of on our side, and that's a weird thing to say because Hina is Hina and Tagami is Tagami.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
A wolf.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
What? Oh my god, you're a little too excited.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Wow, Toko.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Yep.
Oh, really?
You compare the tattoo to other... Yeah. The other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. I want to read this.
I got it!
Take that!
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Yep.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Yep. The image that represents Fenrir is... They don't know what Fenrir is, but okay. Oh, Hangman's Gambit. Wolf? Wolf? Yeah, wolf. Okay. Very easy one there. Where's our W? Let's go with this one. And where's F? There we go. Gotcha!
Now I understand.
Gotcha!
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Because Fenrir literally is a wolf in Norse mythology.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok.
Yep.
It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
I wonder if, a certain character from a certain anime that I recently finished the second season of not that long ago. ReZero. I wonder if... I just realized that there's a certain character that actually could be a reference to Fenrir now that I think about it.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
That is true.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Yep.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf.
Yep.
Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Yep.
So it must have been Mukuro.
You would think so, yeah, it kind of has to be Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Of course.
But I mean, Being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
But Mukuro isn't the ultimate despair. Mukuro's the ultimate soldier.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yep. Yeah, that's not...
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yep, I don't know why Kyoko called her that. It's very sus.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from...
Miss Kirigiri.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Kyoko doesn't get things wrong, though.
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
It's a real question, honestly.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Yeah, the writer there, the writer prodigy, like, that's weird.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Yep.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
And you're really defensive about that.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
That's a fair point, Monokuma. We are trying to figure out who killed someone.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
If you say so.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Jesus.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
You sure about that, Monokuma? You tend to like provocations.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Yep.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
Big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Yep.
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
No.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Yep.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
It's gotta be Kyoko or Makoto, right?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yep. Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Wow, Toko and Genocide Jack, Mukuro and the Headmaster. Obviously, it's Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it!
Take that!
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
Yep.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Yep.
The gym?
Yep.
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Yep.
All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Yep.
Exactly so.
So yes, only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
I don't think so.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Nice, Tagami.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
All right.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Probably.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
9 o'clock a.m.,
The one
9
who saw
a.m.
the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
Yes, hero, good job. 9 o'clock.
I got it!
Take that!
The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yep. Flashback. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
Yep.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Apparently, but it does seem like the body was moved, so I don't know if we can be 100% sure, but probably. Given Makoto's quote-unquote dream, we probably can be sure.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7.
Oh yeah!
7:30,
Right
yes.
around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Yeah, he woke up at 7 for the morning announcement, and then 7:30 he met with Hina.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. But the sprinklers are going to come into play, and the wet body and all that. Okay then, it looks like the game's begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi yet. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Yep. Problem is, though, if you do that, then Kyoko's the lone suspect. Yeah. Sprinklers, I don't know what the fragments would be for. This has gotta be the sprinklers or an absorb statement.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Sure.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Nope.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Huh.
We've
Sprinklers, dead body analysis, wait, exploded body analysis. How the body and the very extinguished because this, the upper half was soaking wet. Okay. Sprinklers, what did it say? I'd been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Yep. What was the other one?
It took place somewhere between...
Fragments near the dead body, okay. Should be no the bomb which should have been removed from... Yeah, it's hard to imagine these two... Yeah, because we assume it's the bomb that disappeared. So is it the exploded body analysis which talks about the wet? Or is it the sprinklers which talk about...
And 9 o'clock.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oops, I don't think I was even paying attention.
Shoot.
Which one did I... Oh, I meant to hit... I think I hit... Yeah, I hit with
We've
the... I meant to
established a
hit with the
time frame for the
sprinklers.
murder.
Oops.
It took place
I wanted to try
somewhere
the
within 9
sprinklers
o'clock.
on that.
And Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
Nope, that's not it. Okay.
Shoot!
Well, I have 10 hearts now, so I'm not going to stress too much about
We've
it.
established a time frame for the... It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 to 7:30.
That's more than
enough time to commit murder. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
And that happens in the garden at the same time every morning, yep.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Because of the water, yep. Or the lack thereof.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Oh?
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Well, that'd be from the water he dumped on it.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent words?
Only the mouth down south was wet. I can't believe anyone ever said that in a video game. What on earth?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Jesus, Makoto's reaction, though.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
I mean, if we're fighting over Master, maybe.
Man, you're totally wacko.
Definitely.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Oh, I will. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Alright. What do we got in the chamber? Or, oh, we're getting a BTB. Alright. Sure, why not?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No! I don't know anything. How can you say it wasn't the
This should prove it.
Take that! I didn't know if there was multiple, so I wanted to check to see if I could change the bullet.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I'll admit, I kind of get focused in the gameplay there, and I don't really say much while I'm doing the BTBs. If I'm focused, they're not that hard, but I feel like if I was commentating, they'd be a little more difficult. So I do apologize for being silent on those. Yeah, because, yeah. Yep.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
That's what they were getting at, was that the part that wasn't burned was dry, and that was because it never got sprinkled on.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yep.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What?
I'm so sick
I
of
know,
her.
are you making a weird... Like, I don't even get the sex joke on that one.
Let's just move on.
Probably for the best, Makoto.
The reason only the top half was wet was because...
Yep, it got doused out of the fire by you.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Yep.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
Yep.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Yes.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Yep. And she's not saying anything. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Oh, here she goes. Here we go.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Alright. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
If you say so, Kyoko.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
Wow, yes, Tagami.
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
What? Oh my god, Monokuma.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
You mean beyond winning the game?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything.
Fair enough.
So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
Wait, what's going on here? What the hell?
But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
Alright, so for some reason my controller stopped working for a few moments there.
And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
Nope.
So, that was her motive?
I mean, that makes sense as an argument. It's either that or protecting Makoto.
If she
If
had
she
a
didn't do
motive
it.
and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
It's interesting, though, how Kyoko's just straight up saying, like, this is a mastermind trap. Like, Kyoko is essentially, I think, accusing Monokuma. Or something.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Ooh, and now she's actually... Okay, now... That's interesting. She's actually gonna dump on Makoto. See, I wonder if she's doing this to try and prolong the trial to get the truth out, or if she really is the killer after all.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
The tarp.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
A tarp. Certain something at the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been the tarp? Yep.
I got it!
Take that!
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
Yes, he does, and that is a little concerning, isn't it, Kyoko?
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
So Makoto could... to fake an alibi.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oof! Oh, she's so good. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. But that tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body, blood on it.
Wait. Something's not right.
No blood on the tarp.
And what might that be?
Oh, she's getting aggressive. Oh, I'm getting really nervous that she actually did do it, and there is no trick to this. Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what our bullets, what's in the chamber. Body before the explosion? Exploded body? Okay, all of those sound relevant, except for maybe the fragments. Okay, I'm gonna cut off her first line. Okay, so all the ones with body in the name. Interesting. Fragments. The bomb. Interesting. What was the other one? I think it was body before the explosion. Mask covering its head and a white jacket covered the body. Knife would thrust the abdomen and bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Okay. There got no blood on the tarp, so it's gotta be that, right?
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Okay.
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
And that's the comment, right? It didn't get dirty, and then...
By covering the body, the killer prevents.
So the reason that is because the spring,
But the underside, it was totally...
it's because that side, since it was facing.
Of course it didn't get dirty.
There it is, right
No,
there.
that's wrong.
Objection!
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Because of the blood. Yep.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
Yep. You taught him too well, Kyoko. He's gonna see through your bullshit. Unless that's your plan, I don't know.
Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Alright.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
But wouldn't they have washed both sides then?
If they had, they would have
Yep.
washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh my god, hero.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage.
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
That's very interesting.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
We already know, the nurse's office on the first floor of our dorms.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Yep.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yep.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Oh.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
What? They got blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... Oh my god, what? They killed a chicken! Jesus Christ!
I got it!
Take that!
Could it have been chicken blood?
Jesus Christ!
What? Chicken blood?
There was a missing chicken.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Yep.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Alright, I think Kyoko is good. We're kind of getting the classic ace attorney, defense attorney, and prosecutor go at it. But in this case, it's just Kyoko and Makoto going at it to try and find the truth. So I think she is not
So
the killer
we're
after
saying
all, based on how she's
someone
acting.
killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Apparently, maybe?
Man, that's messed up.
It really is.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Honestly. Like, I know that sounds like memey, but honestly, 100% Hina.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
Like, I have no problem with, like, killing animals, especially for a purpose that, like eating it or something, but man, like, that is such a brutal thing to do for such a, like... I mean, it makes sense from a murderer's perspective, but Jesus Christ.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Yeah, unless we can find the chicken.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
The actual knife wound?
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Huh.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Huh.
The ground was completely clean.
Huh. Interesting.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Fair enough.
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Huh.
They covered it beforehand?
And then put the coat over them.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, yep.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
It's a fake body, maybe?
Here's what happened.
But
The
they
murder
had the
took
tattoo,
place
though.
before the sprinklers went
so-
off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
All right, I follow you, Kyoko.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp,
They killed a chicken.
they pulled the coat over the body.
Oh,
The coat they'd
That's what I
already
meant.
covered in
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Sure.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
As far as I can remember, but maybe not.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Oh my fucking god.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Damn.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Now, what you have to realize, though, is this doesn't excuse Kyoko. It just means that Kyoko and Makoto are both still suspicious. And the suspicion falls back on me again. Well, really, it's on both of you. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. She believes in you, don't worry. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is, I don't think this has ever happened in the middle of a trial. This is very Ace Attorney, but like the evidence has been updated. Or, wow, okay. Or actually, no, this is just straight up new truth bullet. Wow. That is a very Ace Attorney thing. I don't think that's ever happened in Danganronpa. We got new evidence through the course of testimony and stuff in the trial. We got new evidence. Wow. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen that in this game.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
Yep, Kyoko or Makoto, who did it?
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it?
That's the question, if one of them did it.
Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, it's a horrible idea.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Let's hear it, Hina.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Yeah.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
Yeah, we're finally bringing up the fact that it was in Makoto's room.
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yeah, this is honestly the big thing that casts suspicion on Makoto. Without a doubt.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
Jesus.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yeah, it's the knife Toko gave to Makoto.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Yep. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it? Can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do. I don't want it anyway. So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh, me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Yep. It's interesting because Kyoko was the one who made the decision to say, hey, you take it, Makoto.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
Yeah, it's super sus, no lie. That is very suspicious, Makoto.
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
It seems a little too easy, but in this case towards our own boy, but still.
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
That's pretty convinced. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. Man, there's so few people left. It's crazy how many of these pictures there are. All right. Disguised dead body, exploded body analysis, fragments near the... I assume the disguised dead body is going to be a key since we just got it, but maybe later.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Yeah, Hina likes Makoto.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
We'll see.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Damn! That was savage. Okay, so it said that... Okay, wait. They were however dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed. It doesn't actually say... Okay, it does not say that it was killed by a stab wound, though. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but they were at least several days old.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Okay, exploded body analysis. Okay.
It really is, isn't it?
Fragments near the dead body.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Look, just because I had the knife, that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so I think we absorbed getting stabbed, right? And then...
The knife we found lodged...
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid...
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did...
Just because I had the knife, that automatic...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed her.
No, I just hit getting
right?
stabbed to the same thing. That was dumb. That was so dumb. What the hell? I thought he was gonna say something else there. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Okay, I need to read Disguised Dead Body, actually. Oh, if the blood... Oh, yeah, the blood. Yep.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what...
Yeah, of course.
No,
Duh, that
that's
was
wrong.
so stupid. Objection!
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Yeah, because we were saying that the blood... The chicken blood, yeah.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Yep.
lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember?
The chicken blood.
The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it.
Well, yeah,
right?
yeah, all of that, really, but...
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
True.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point,
Damn.
obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The Monokuma file. Yep, the Monokuma file itself, right? It says stabbed once. Yep.
I got it!
Take that!
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
God damn it, Hero.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Yep.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Huh. Jesus.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Yep, so no one could figure this stuff out.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
And they know that Monokuma is like that with these things, where it's like, if it's not, like, obvious, he'll take the chance to even not tell you who the victim herself was.
It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Yeah, and if it's someone who took the bomb, then that rules out everyone except... ironically, the only person that rules out, it seemingly, is Kyoko. Ironically.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Yep.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but...
Sure, Hina, shoot.
What's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Motion sensor bomb.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Honestly, I'm with Byakuya on this one.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
No, he's gonna make me tell him, because I'm the bitch.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
No, Hero. No.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Honestly.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Yep. There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Okay, I guess we have to do the fragments of the bomb because we don't... Yeah.
I got it!
Take that! I was wondering if we had the bomb
After the
itself.
explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Yep, it was the bomb.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
You have.
That's only natural. Because, of course,
Let's see it.
we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Yes, sir.
It's part of a bomb.
Yes, it is.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Yep.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Yep.
And the only one who would benefit from that
But how could Kyoko have taken it?
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
How did Kyoko take the bomb, though? That makes no... That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. I think it had to be anyone but Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
Yeah,
What's the problem?
the bomb.
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
Sounds good to me, Byakuya.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
No, it won't. But it might change our understanding of the facts. We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Alright. Here we go. So we have more stuff relating to the body, which have been the focus. Oh, just the Monokuma file. Okay. Let's see it. 10 statements.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Yes, sir.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Nope.
Then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Okay.
Then
Shall we continue?
The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill.
So
Well,
it's the blow to the back of the
And it
head.
wasn't then.
Oh yeah.
That's gotta
Gotta be it. There was evidence
that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue the debate?
Oh, I guess the
victim's
contradiction
fatal.
is
The
to
explosion
Tagami's
didn't
thing,
kill-
Well,
because
yeah.
it can't
And
be
it
that.
wasn't then.
It has to
yeah.
be the other one, right?
that's
So is
gotta
that
be
how
it.
they're
And more than
phrasing
that,
The
it?
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
okay.
body.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use Hiro's statement, absorb it, and then attack Byakuya's statement saying no, it had to be the blow to the back of the head with the pipe or whatever.
then shall we continue?
The victim's fatal. The explosion didn't kill her for
Well, yeah.
and it wasn't because then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her.
And more than
That, the victim had suffered countless wounds across
No.
her entire body.
Oh, okay.
Shoot!
Okay. Interesting.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Alright.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill.
well, yeah.
And it wasn't because then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Okay, it's the other way around. I gotta absorb hit on the back of her head, okay.
Shoot.
And I gotta attack that first statement. I didn't know which way to go about
Then
it.
shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion.
I kinda had a
didn't kill-
feeling
Well,
it was
yeah.
gonna be this
and
way,
it
though.
wasn't then. There's only.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
Yep.
Then shall we continue the victim's
Fatal injury has yet.
Yep.
No,
There it
that's
is.
wrong.
Objection!
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
Yep.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
There were a couple.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Well, she has a lot of crazy history, clearly.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
So, Tagami did it because it was his cock.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
That was fast.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Damn.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
Why would you do that?
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
Yeah, this girl's like, I've read way, yeah, no.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Hey, Toko showing a little bit of her Jill side in the actual Toko persona.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I definitely would. I mean, what?
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Damn, Toko, you go, girl. Let's ignore the fact that I'm supporting this.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Jesus Christ, those two both want to kill each other.
Seriously?
And he was like, what?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
Do we? Couldn't be the knife, right? Couldn't be this. Titanium arrows? Oh, shit. It's gotta be.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Honestly.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
It's gotta be the titanium arrows. The real murder weapon. I don't feel confident about this one, but it's gotta be the titanium arrows, 'cause that's where the bloody duct tape was as well.
I got it!
Take that!
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her.
Yep.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Yep. What's your reaction to this,
An arrow?
Kyoko?
That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
It is.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I agree, Toko.
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
But I feel you there, Hina. I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. What? What? I actually don't know. What? The duct tape underneath, or the woodblock key? Aha! All of those are the three things relevant here. They're not pulling punches anymore.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah, there were actually a bunch.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
Huh.
The titanium
They used the
arrow.
duct tape to use it. It was a bunch of
It was in the
arrows.
dojo.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, 'cause it said the weapon must have been about as thick. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
God damn it.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
But it's the bloody duct tape that it tied all the arrows
The
together.
titanium, it was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, 'cause it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal. It
Seems like an arrow would just be too.
No, that's wrong.
That is indeed wrong. Objection!
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Duct tape to tie all the arrows together into one big titanium staff pipe clusterfuck of arrows.
Another weapon?
Yep.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
Yep.
The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Yep.
Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
And that thing would hurt like a motherfucker. That's essentially a titanium pipe, yeah.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
Like, that would kill someone.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Damn, all of a sudden, like I said, this chapter, she really is showing off her reading references.
One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Sure.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is that harsh?
How is it harsh?
Yeah.
Are you even listening?
What? Yeah, for real.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
It's nice to see Toko's, like, literary knowledge coming out. That's actually a really fun side of her that we have not seen enough of, I think, in this game.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Well, if it's not Kyoko, then I feel like it's gotta be Tagami.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh, man. It might be Tagami, but how he pulled this off, he really would be a mastermind in his own right. Yeah, you have it.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you?
Yep.
If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
Ultimate annihilation.
The death of us all.
Yep.
Remember?
Yeah, the simpler version of that.
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Yep. He did have the key, though, so it is possible that Tagami planted it there. I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? Must be connected to that dojo locker. Yes, it is.
I got it!
Take that!
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is...
The key.
right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Yeah, Kyoko's like, what?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Yeah, I think oh man, was it really Tagami? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna cry. I mean, I would have been sad for Kyoko, but I might even be more sad if Tagami actually did this.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Mukuro for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
He trusts her.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Let's hear it, Makoto.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Does that mean she... Yep. She knew I was being attacked. She came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Oh, I don't know what's going on here.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Oh?
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Oh? What? Byakuya should know better than anyone because he's the killer? What does that mean? It means Byakuya's the killer. I guess. Because he has the key. That's the only thing that's like... When the body was found. Okay. Or is she bluffing again?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
She's bluffing.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Yep.
But could I really have done that?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna say Kyoko gave... Yeah, because she doesn't have the key. Yep. I knew it was gonna say that. I didn't even need to read that. I already knew that. I wanted to look at... What is my truth bullet? I want to look at my truth bullet. It's when the body was found. Okay.
Exactly what I'm not the killer.
Oops.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room.
Yep, that's what we
correct?
need.
But
Yep. Yep.
Could I really have done
You
that?
couldn't have done that because she doesn't have the key. Yep.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand
that more than anyone here.
Or no. I'm sorry. I meant... God damn it. God damn it. I meant to dispute the Tagami line.
Those words you just
God damn it.
Exactly. I'm not
I mean,
the
silly.
You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never.
There's
That's
proof
the
that you-
line I
is that
wanted.
what you're-
That's the
You
line I
stated-
wanted
you said I hid
to...
and then
proof.
left the locker
Yep.
key in my own room.
But
Yep.
could I really have done that?
So I want to dispute the there's proof line. So
Those
stupid.
words you just...
Exactly. I'm not the. You should understand.
Byakuya.
Master would never hide something.
There's proof
that you aren't the culprit.
Yep.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, Tagami, oh no. Objection!
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Yep.
Huh? Why not?
She doesn't have the key.
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Yep.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Yep.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Okay. No, that's not actually true. Oh? There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. This just isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie? I actually missed it. She really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Huh. Which is why I can't let that happen. Huh. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko. But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I actually totally missed it, I'm not gonna lie. Ironically. I'm the only one who can expose it. Are we... I know I don't usually do this, but I have a weird feeling we're about to get a choice. Are there multiple endings to this game? I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. You spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Why do I have 3 choices? Why is run away an option? Okay. 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 So the game is saying that if we trust Kyoko, we let it go. If we don't trust Kyoko, we pursue the lie. I'm assuming we're supposed to trust Kyoko. I think the answer is to let it go. But for that exact reason, I want to pursue the lie. Because I'm curious if there's an alternate ending we can get. Oh, do I go for it? I think I go for it. Let's pursue the lie. You know, I'm an Ace Attorney player. I'm an Ace Attorney fanboy. I've played not all of the games because I haven't played Ace Attorney game in a long time. And one day I might maybe play them here. But regardless, one thing that Ace Attorney taught me is you always pursue the truth no matter how ugly it gets. So at least for my initial instinct, even if this is wrong for the game, because I honestly think let it go is what the game wants me to do, let's pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Huh.
I didn't have...
Huh.
Because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
Yeah.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten
into my room.
Let's just object right away.
No, that's wrong.
Let's not even waste any time. Objection! Because you had a master key.
No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room.
With the master key.
You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. So I guess the idea is that, okay, you know what, I actually think this might be the quote-unquote bad ending. Maybe? Because they made that super easy. It wasn't hard at all. Like she said, obvious lie, only Makoto knew about it. It was the fact that she could open the door after all. But by exposing that, you're exposing that she has the tool, Monokuma's gonna steal it, and we're never gonna be able to get out of here and expose the secrets of the school. So I think this is actually the bad ending, which is, I am trying to get the bad ending on purpose, if there is a bad ending. Because this is a trap to expose that she has the special key.
Monokuma's secret tool?
Yep.
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school, which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Yep, this is the bad ending here.
Then I guess that's it.
Yep.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it.
Yep.
So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh?
Yep.
Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Yeah, I think this is a bad end.
Huh?
Yep.
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
Yep. My VN gut instincts are so good. They wanted us to let it go because, yeah, we didn't want to expose that the special key.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out.
Nice.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
We're gonna get a bad ending. We're gonna get a freaking alternate ending. Oh, yes! I don't have to... Oh, yes!
But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
What is going on? This is really... Is that... Okay, I'm getting... So it's gonna be Kyoko, right? Yeah? Dude, are we gonna get a Kyoko execution? Are they going this far with this end? Like, I'm convinced this is the bad ending. Oh my god, we're really going all the way with this. Okay. Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. Oh, interesting. We got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer, but something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Yeah, let's see her execution. Let's see it. Yeah, like I said, why not? I prepared an extra special punishment this time. Is everyone ready? Okay, then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yeah, she didn't even say for her name or anything. Is there an actual cutscene for this? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, she has her own cutscene. Yep, Kyoko's been found. Yeah, because normally, if you fail, it's just like, oh, Makoto's guilty no matter what. But no, she has her whole thing. Yep. What the fuck? What on earth? What is going on? Oh, she's just gonna get smashed. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh my God, it's like the intro. It's like the opening to the game. Oh my God, this is part of the opening to the game. After school lesson. Oh, Jesus Christ. No, Kyoko. Why are there sperms? Why are there sperms? What the fuck? There was sperms going to an egg. Why was the extra school lesson about sex? Oh Jesus, poor Kyoko. Oh! Oh God. Oh God. That sound effect. Oh Jesus Christ. And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end, yeah. Here we're gonna get our bad end, right? That's why I saved. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent, or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Yep. So they lived here forever. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We'd obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Oh my god! What? What? Oh my god! Bro, look at freaking Byakuya! What happened? Oh my god! Wait. So you're saying... So you're telling me... All three of them had a kid... with Hina. And Toko apparently died. Or Toko maybe had it. Oh my god! Yo! No way! Hiro and Makoto! Hiro said that they were gonna have the same mother! Oh my god, so Toko, I guess, was the mother of Byakuya's kid, I guess. I assume. What? Peace? Oh. Right, I'm pretty sure I saw that. I don't know. Because admittedly, I don't remember where that was in the game, but I definitely remember Hiro saying something about Makoto and Hiro having the same child or something with the same mother or something. Oh, Jesus. I don't think that was from a Let's Play I watched. Because I am mingling with Let's Play, so I'm actually trying to skip through the free time part so I don't see anything I haven't seen. But I swear I've seen this, but that might have been... Oh, was that... I don't know. I think that was a main story thing. I don't even know. I just remember that comment. Dude, the hair! The freaking hair on the kids! Why do all the kids have the exact same hair as their parents, except for, I guess, Byakuya's kid? Dude, Byakuya looks so good there. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Yep, here we go. Huh?
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Oh, okay, that wasn't even a bad end. That all just happened and we go back. Her claim? Oh, that's right, I have to... Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Okay, I didn't even need to save. Okay. Okay. Alright. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? Decide right here and now whether to expose Kyoko's lie. Let it go. I've made my decision. Okay, so I didn't need to save after all. That was amazing, and I'm glad I went that. I'm glad I did that. But I was not expecting what actually happened. That was hilarious. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
So it had to be the mastermind, then.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
Yep.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
The mastermind.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Huh.
What?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Yeah?
Oh, wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
Yeah, I don't know where you're gonna find it, Makoto, but yeah, oh my god, that first option was so amazing. I have definitely seen there's something. I don't know if it's a hero, like you talk to Hiro and you like give him something, or if it's a main story moment. But there is something that I might have accidentally watched in a Let's Play or something. Or it might have actually been in the game. I honestly can't remember at this point. And I apologize if I did accidentally watch it, because admittedly I'm being bad with that, because I I'm loving this game so much, and I'm trying to skip the free time though now. Really, I'm trying to skip it as much as possible, but I can't resist watching Let's Plays because this game's so good, but obviously far behind where I am. But I remember something about him saying, like, making like a prediction, or maybe it was even, I don't know if we spent any time with Hiro, but there was something about him and Mukuro having the same baby mama. Huh, hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Okay, so that still happens either way.
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
I don't think we saw that face the first time, though.
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
I think it was Mukuro who said it the first time.
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Oh yeah, because we're on TV, right.
So
That's your
then, it's
excuse.
time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Jesus Christ. Do I actually get to vote this time? What the hell is going on? Wow, that was actually a shorter one.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
We just refuse. What the hell? Are they gonna choose Mukuro or are they gonna choose Kyoko? What is this? Is Mukuro going to escape the school? Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did Mukuro not do it? Because he said... What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Yeah, Tagami is pissed. I don't think Tagami thinks Makoto's the killer at all. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
They got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as Eddie. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Oh, Kyoko. Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me.
No,
I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
What is happening? What is actually happening? Excuse me? But yeah, it was set up in a way where only Mukuro or Kyoko could get... What is happening? What is going on? I'm so, like, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Are we gonna go through with it? What is There's really a Mukuro. It's gonna be luck-based, right? Oh, it's the same. Okay. So it's the same one either way. Okay, so it's just an alternate where Kyoko gets it. What is happening? Yeah, at first it was like how you're gonna get squashed in a few minutes. And this goes back, oh man, I just realized like those are like freaking, I wonder if those are kind of like the statues in the art room actually. After school lesson, yep. But this one's with Mukuro over here. Now he's getting embarrassed because again, we're teaching about, you know, sexual reproduction for some reason. But also because you also, yeah, I guess not embarrassed, I guess it's this deadly fear. Yeah, this fits Makoto a little better than Kyoko, to be honest. Holy shit, this is really gonna happen. Hey, alter ego. Alter ego got into the network! Wait, what? Now we just fall down. Wait, what is going on? Where are you going? What is happening? What is happening?
What?
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter ego? Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Hmm.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. An itch, sorry. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yaha!
To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment. But still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Wow. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time.
Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Are they really just gonna end the chapter and leave it on a cliffhanger? This is the opening of the game, what the hell? The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. What on earth? What is going on? This is the opening to the game, Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. What is happening? There are two things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way is if you're scouted by the school itself. What is happening? And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? 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 Oh my god, it's the beginning. What is the beginning of the game? Oh my god, everyone's alive. What is happening? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. This is how the game started. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? I think it wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. I think every line is the same. What the heck is going on? We're about to meet the students, aren't we? Oh. Oh! He just remembered that, finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I gonna be stuck here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. What? My good friend? I remembered all too well what had happened. Oh, alter ego, yeah. Alter ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of there. Alright. Also, this is green. I can't remember the target ever being green. It's like something's changed in Mukuro, I wonder. Okay, so there's a few things we can look at before we touch the elephant in the room. This is a desk. Yeah, the desk you were sitting at. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Yeah, not in the flashback, but in the actual, like, execution. That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Yeah, rocket and a tank. It's adding to my theory of World War III, though. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? It makes sense to me. My theory might actually be right. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, decided to look around for some food. Oh, Jesus. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. That was pointless, too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I could drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive. That's all that matters, Makoto. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. I love that about you, Makoto. Let's do it. For making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... I'm so compelled right now. Go to sleep. Oh, fuck. I swear to God, if they end the chapter here. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. But I don't think they will, because the case was actually a little short, which leads into more stuff after. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It's like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Is it going to be the Monokuma key? Go crunch. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. Garbage. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. No way. No way. Are you telling me that they somehow escaped into the garbage? Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above a person? What could it have been? Oh my God. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. Is it gonna be Kyoko?
Just a second.
Yep. Oh man, I had a late reaction to that. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Hey, Kyoko. Oh my God.
It smells awful.
Oh my God. What does that say? Cup Goku B or Goku BT. I don't even know. It's some sort of instant ramen. It's shrimp flavor, I could tell. Oh my God, she looks so stupid. Why is that a Sprite? I love this game. This place smells awful. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Yeah, she has the special key. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. Ah! We've never seen that Sprite either. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Yep, some bread and water. And those are the best things, carbs and water. Just keep it normal. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. True. I don't know what's going on, but let's talk to Kyoko. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
Even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. Yeah, she kinda did. She left you to die, literally. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost. It's the key. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive...
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. Yeah, because you're a spy. Here it comes. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. Do you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... Yep, the amnesia. I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible.
Huh?
Amnesia? So she really did have amnesia. Then, is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
You remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you? Excuse me?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus... there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind? One of us, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. She trusts you, though. Which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
See, yeah, we're going back to this part again.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh. There is that, though. Yep. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh, yeah, it's nothing. You should tell her, honestly. is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked for you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. We talk again? Said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability.
I...
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. Ultimate detective, maybe? Yep! Wow, I actually called that. Oh my god, I'm the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective, and that makes perfect sense as to why you'd suck that memory out.
Correct.
The reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Okay! Well, I didn't see that one coming. I called the ultimate detective, but not the I am your father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I...
My memory hadn't come back at that point. But when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you were there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. What, did he just kill, like, all the faculty, Monokuma? I honestly wouldn't even be surprised. At all. I don't know, so I don't even know if that's what I think it is. I can't wait to see the second floor of the dorms. Sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Anything else to talk about?
However...
Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you, either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole the key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. He did say he wanted his revenge. It was? Mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Yep. Free to explore Hope's Peak.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Could have been you, Makoto. Alright, let's talk about that. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yep. Do you mean... Yep. During the night,
I
can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death. What? Excuse me? What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. What does that mean? That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. Okay, so she has like a spider sense. Alright. And I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. Gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the JoJo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Smirk. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Holy shit. 100 Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. I still don't understand the title. I literally don't understand the title at all. Not one bit. Dream Island Rocket. Huh. Oh yeah! You know what, now that I think about it, at the beginning of the game, somebody get killed with a rocket? We never found out who that was. I kind of almost want to go back and watch that again. 5 alive. Jesus Christ. Well, there's still 6 of us though, right? There's Kyoko, there's Toko, there's Hina. Yeah, there's Yasuhiro. I was about to say Bakugo. Byakuya and Makoto. All right, well, I forgot to yeah, it always goes back to that first line. So, hey, perfect. Kyoko on the screen. Wow, so that's gonna do it for Chapter 5 of Danganronpa. I have no idea. I was predicting this game would be 5 chapters. I have no idea if Chapter 6 is the finale. It feels like Chapter 6 probably is the finale, but there's really no way to know that. For all we know, Chapter 6... Chapter 6 is probably the finale, but maybe not. Because to be fair, we did get the whole, you're halfway through the game, and that was in the middle of the Chapter 4 case, right? That was in the Sakura case. That was right in the middle of the actual trial. Which I would imply to me that there's probably at least 7 chapters in this game, so maybe Chapter 6 is not the finale. But next time on Danganronpa, we will jump into Chapter 6, which will be insane, because holy crap, that was insane. The mastermind tried to rig a trial for Kyoko, but was also fine with Makoto, but the mastermind is getting really nervous. Whoever the mastermind is, they never expected... I guess they never expected us to get this close. And now the mastermind is getting nervous. We're cornering the mastermind, and the mastermind's worried, and we're getting close. And I don't know. Because the whole game's been built up on this... And it's gonna build up to one massive twist, right? But the problem is, we have so few characters it could be. I feel like we could rule out Kyoko, and I feel like we can rule out Makoto. We could rule out the 2 people on the screen right now. Which leaves us with Asahina, Hiro, Tagami, and Toko. I feel like we could rule out Toko, because she's Genocide Jill. Like, that's a big reveal gimmick in itself. So I feel like that she's not the ultimate despair. Which leaves us with Hiro, Hina, and Tagami. And I don't feel like Tagami is a lock to rule out completely, but I really don't think it's Tagami. So then you have Asahina and Hiro. Yasuhiro and Asahina. Honestly, I feel like both of them, in their arc, both of them feel like the 2 people that are lucky to still be here. You have Toko's Genocide Jack, which makes sense, and then you have the 2 smartest characters in this game, which are Kyoko and Byakuya. And then you have Makoto, who's obviously the main character, but also Kyoko sees that potential. Like, even though she's the ultimate detective, Makoto is turning out to be quite the detective himself. So it feels like you can rule out Kyoko and you can rule out Makoto. You could probably rule out Toko, and I honestly feel like you could probably rule out Byakuya. So there's Hina and there's Hiro. My gut is telling me if it is one of the students, and this is based on a big if, but if it is one of the students, it'd be Hiro. Just because of the 2, now... The argument against Hiro would be how he got stuck in the whole Robo-Justice thing. And the whole thing in Chapter 3. But again, if he is the mastermind, he must have known that he wasn't in real danger, and he must have trusted that the other potatoes could have figured out the trial based on what he had seen in the previous trial with Byakuya. That would be my theory with Hiro. With Hina, it's a little weird, because Hina, I think, also fits. But the main argument against Hina would be that Hina and Sakura were best friends. So if Hina is the mastermind, she was absolutely just shitting all over Sakura. Because she became best friends with Sakura. And yet she was also the mastermind, and she was just a one, like... I mean, obviously, either way, if it's Hina or Hiro, they're amazing actor or actress. Without a doubt, right? It's interesting, though. I feel like Hiro's a little more likely, but either one of them is possible. And I'm just out of possibility. I don't know what other possibilities there are here. Yeah, I don't know. We've taken Mukuro out of the equation. Mukuro was just not important in the end. Mukuro was just a plot device. And now we're truly down to Kyoko, Makoto, Asahina, Toko, Byakuya, and Hiro. Like, that's it. Those are all the characters left. And obviously, Monokuma and whoever the mastermind is, assuming it's not one of those 6. But I don't know. I mean, they have not built up any other possibilities besides the headmaster, which Kyoko is sure it's not the headmaster. Which I guess is apparently would be Mr. Kirigiri, potentially. I don't know. I don't know if he has the same name as her. But it's Daddy. So we're in this weird position now where it's like, what is left? How are they going to pull this off? What is left to do here? And I'm really curious, honestly. I really don't know who the mastermind could be. I mean, because it's like there's so few people left, though, that it's like, even if it's a massive swerve, I honestly don't think... Like, even though I like, maybe it could somehow be Hina or Hiro, I don't think it's either one of them. I don't know who it possibly could be. But I guess it's a character we haven't met. I don't know. This is so weird. It's so strange. There's something bigger here. There's something deeper going on, and I have not clicked on it. And I don't know. I don't know. But here's the thing. If Mukuro was half of the ultimate despair, and the mastermind is following the rules of the game, everything implies the mastermind is a student. But who on earth? So there's Makoto, there's Kyoko, Asahina, there's Hiro, Tagami, Toko. There's no way it's Kyoko or Makoto. It just doesn't make sense. I don't think someone like Toko could ever pull this off. Tagami, like, in some levels makes sense, but it just doesn't fit his character. Hiro and Hina, see, I could believe more so that one of them is bullshitting. But that's the thing, right? If it's not one of those 6, who on earth could it be? Because the game is implying it's a student. It has to be a student, because they follow the rules. That's the secret in the rules. The fact that the mastermind follows the rules is a secret that tells you that the mastermind is part of the game. Which obviously leads into how we can quote-unquote beat the game, essentially. Who the hell? Who is left? That nobody is left. Could it be someone that died? I don't think we really could have had a fake death with the executions. Even though the Mondo thing was weird. So I feel like, okay, I'm thinking of characters that died, because I'm really going deep into theory time here. So Mondo died, we could rule him out, executed. Leon died, he got executed. Who else got executed? Leon got executed, Mondo got executed. Who else? Sakura didn't. Leon got executed, Mondo got executed, and is that actually the only people that have... Oh yeah, and Celeste, of course, got executed. Celeste's character doesn't fit for this, even though she clearly was quite smart. I'm trying to think of all the deaths in the game. Sakura killed herself, and I don't think there's any room for doubt there. Chihiro. Chihiro's interesting because ultimate programmer. But I wouldn't think the alter ego trick would work on freaking Chihiro if Chihiro was somehow the mastermind. Hifumi, no. Taka, no. So there's only one person I could think of that's even worth mentioning here. So I went through every death in my head, right? And I was like, is there any abnormalities in their deaths? And I finally went around, I kind of worked backwards, so I kind of got to her at the end. But she got freaking, like, she got murdered. Like, she got wrecked. So I had a thought for like half a second, but it just doesn't, it's not that. It has to be someone who's alive. Because I was like, there was one thought that just kind of popped in my head, and I don't remember. And it's like, but it's like, why would you need to? But it's really bad. I want to read. You know what? I'm going to load the game. I'm going to load the game. And the only reason I'm loading the game, actually, I'm going to only load the game. I'm not going to actually play anything. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that. I want to read the regulations. I'm looking for a specific one. Okay. God damn it, it's not in the regulations. Okay, I think my theory's bust. So I had a theory. I had this theory. Who's it gonna be now? Hey, it's another character that's alive. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, you're gonna be the mastermind, aren't you, Hero? Somehow you're gonna be the mastermind. For fuck's sake. I don't know how, but somehow. So, I was kind of running a crackpot theory in my head about Junko. And the thought was she was the only character in the game that wasn't either executed or was killed by the Blackened. She was the only person that actually got killed by Monokuma. Now, Mondo almost did, to be fair. But... And my thought was, I don't remember a body discovery announcement for Junko. And you'd think, of course not, because we were literally all there. Why would there be one? But I was thinking, in the rules, is there anything that says that there has to be a body discovery announcement? And I was thinking in my head, maybe there wasn't one because she wasn't dead, but it's fucking stupid. Yeah, I got nothing. That was my only... I was trying to grasp at one of the dead students, and that was the only one that, like, I grasped at a straw, and then it fell apart. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's got to be either Hiro or Hina. Because I want to figure this out before the game makes it obvious. And my personal opinion, I could be wrong. Maybe other people have figured it out at this point. To me, there is nothing that's obvious about this. Because if you think it's Tagami, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. Like, I'm not even saying this from a position of, like, loving Tagami. Tagami might die in Chapter 6. But he is not the mastermind. I am convinced Tagami is not the mastermind. It's not Makoto, it's not Kyoko. Well, I mean, it's not Kyoko. I mean, maybe somehow, some way, by some stupid bullshit, it could be Makoto, but it's not Kyoko. It's not Tagami, and it's not Toko. It has to be Hiro or Hina, or a character we haven't met. But the game is implying it's a student. Really hard. My gut is telling me it's this guy on the screen right now to your right. My gut is telling me it's Hiro. I don't know how. But they made him out so stupid. And he's still alive. And that combination is very strange for a game like this. I don't think this game is that next level to make me actually think this just because, but... Oh my god, I'm like running through every possible theory in my head. I keep trying to think, like, could it somehow be Mukuro after all? Like, is Mukuro somehow still not dead? Like, I don't even know. That doesn't make sense, though. But it's like we never got to verify Mukuro's body. Yeah, we got to see the Fenrir tattoo, but even still, like, that's the other thought that I've had, is we never saw a picture, we never got to see this girl's face. So I do, like, there is a part of me that thinks maybe it's still Mukuro Ikusaba. But Kyoko seems very confident that it's not Mukuro and there is, in fact, another person. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh man, I just spent all that time to essentially get nowhere. I'm back to Hiro. Hiro is the freaking mastermind somehow. I feel so stupid saying it because I know I'm wrong, but I don't have a better theory. I mean, hypothetically, maybe there is more viability to Hina than Hiro. I don't know, but I feel like Hiro's power is a little more interesting. Like, Hina's gives nothing towards a mastermind, whereas Hiro's does maybe a tiny bit. Maybe. But I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I really enjoyed that episode. That was a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed having that tryout. I think we just got out of here in about 2 hours, which is awesome. And yeah, and that was after a really long theory talk and discussion. I really enjoyed that case. It was a shorter case, but the story is really ramping up. I do wonder if that was the penultimate case, though, because sometimes in Ace Attorney, it doesn't happen a ton, but sometimes in Ace Attorney, the 4th case is a bit short and is more of a direct lead-in to the final, like the 5th and final case. And in this case, this was the 5th case, but I do wonder if this case was a little shorter because it's kind of a lead-in to the big finale. We'll see. But, I don't know. Maybe we're at the end. Like, that's the other reason I'm trying to get my theories out, is because I don't know how many more episodes we even have left. I feel like the reveal is coming. And right now, I'm stuck on Hiro, and I do not feel confident about it. Anyways, whatever the case may be, Flamin' Shark, signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. Hope you guys enjoyed another Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play episode. Hope you guys are excited because I don't know how many episodes... are left. Thought I heard something. But, I don't think there's gonna be many left. I think we're down to maybe... I think at max 10. And I think it's less than 10. Maybe it's too bold to say 5, because 5 implies we only have 1 chapter left, and it's just a really long chapter. But I'm gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna say it. I think chapter 6 will be the final chapter. The funny thing is about chapter 5, though, I still don't understand the title. 100-mile dash, junk of a junk food junkie, or whatever it was. Unless the title refers to the mastermind, because the mastermind was the killer in chapter 5, and so it was referenced to the mastermind, but we don't know who the mastermind is, so that title doesn't actually make sense yet. Maybe, just maybe, that's what the title is about. I don't know, though. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, Flamin' Shark, signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day. And I'll see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.